Hey, do you love steak? Do you try to make it at home but fail to match the quality of those fancy places? Do you even doubt your skills to be able to make a steak that's comparable to the steakhouse? Or maybe you're the type of person who goes to your butcher and say, hey, give me 2 of your best cuts. Or maybe you just aimlessly wander through the packs of prepackaged steaks. Or maybe you just believe that you can't find a quality cut of steak for a reasonable price. Does that sound like you? Is that you? Cut it out! Don't be that guy. Glad I got your attention now. Hi, I'm Kenneth Temple, former winner of Food Network's Chopped, author, chef, and steak lover. I want to help you cook the perfect steak from this point on. And I know that if you're not asking yourself the following questions, you're nowhere near cooking the perfect steak. What you should be asking yourself is, what's the grade of that steak? How thick is that steak cut? How am I cooking this steak so that I buy the right cut? Has that steak been aged? And what is the fat to meat ratio? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself if you want to produce a tender, buttery, crusty, flavorful, umami steak that's so good you don't need steak sauce. Oh yeah, it's possible. For example, my friend called me over because he was having a cookout. And as soon as he showed me those steaks on the grill, I knew he didn't know a thing about buying steaks. As you see in the video, we got 2 ribeyes. They got a large fat cap on the outside, but there's no fat in the middle. No, not that giant piece of fat. That does nothing for the rest of the steak. And then you see this New York strip. You can see white streaks all throughout the steak, and it's a much thicker cut. Plus, it was the least expensive steak. Now you're probably like my friend. And before I broke down that video, you was thinking to yourself, those some decent looking steaks. I would spend my money on them. But that's why you need to understand the questions I just presented. Those questions will help you make the perfect steak. And we're gonna cover those in my Perfect Steak webinar. That's why you need to attend. Why do you need to attend it? If you're tired of hitting and missing, eating dry and flavorless steaks, then this webinar is where you need to be. In the webinar, you will have at your fingertips the ultimate steak buying and cooking guide. We're going to cover various cuts of steaks, how to properly season your steaks, the 3 cooking techniques for cooking your steaks, and I'm going to do a live cooking segment, plus so much more, so much more. So, as a bonus, if you sign up for the webinar in the next 72 hours, I am going to send you the recipes that we're going to cook live, and also a free copy of my Sweet Treat Eat Book, which has a pepper jack macaroni and cheese recipe in it that goes perfect as a side to the perfect steak. So go ahead on, stop playing, reserve your spot now, click the link below, and I will see you in the Perfect Steak webinar. Yeah!